Today is our annual attempt to brief the media and the public and community leaders on what are our air pollution issues and what are the trends. Is it getting better or is it getting worse? The good news is that air pollution is decreasing. The air quality has improved quite a bit over the last 10 years due to emission reduction programs from local, state, and federal entities, private industries like the utilities, and our cars and trucks getting cleaner.
Mainly in recent years, we've been concerned with ozone, or ground level ozone as it's known, and also fine particles. And due to all the reductions in the pollution from our cars and trucks getting cleaner and from the scrubbers that have been put on the power plants, we've seen great improvements in the levels of fine particles and ground level ozone. They've been coming down quite a bit over time. And that actually impacts our visibility as well, because these fine particles, or mostly sulfate particles that come from combustion of coal, are very efficient at scattering light. That's why in the summertime you may remember seeing hazy views of the mountains. Sometimes you couldn't even see Mount Pisgah from downtown Asheville. But in recent years that visibility has really improved, and we believe that is due to the scrubbers that have been put on the power plants.
We've invested over $300 million just at the Asheville plant to help meet and exceed the reduction targets of the 2002 Clean Smokestacks Act. We have far exceeded what those reductions were targeted as, and we're very proud of those accomplishments. We continue to look at ways to operate the system as efficiently as possible, as well as the way that we're able to serve customers with electricity, whether it's local generation or whether it's importing electricity from other parts of the state or other states. It allows us to continue to lower emissions by relying on other sources, so we can provide customers with low cost, reliable, and increasingly cleaner electricity by importing both natural gas, nuclear, and other things, but also making sure that we operate and continue to achieve the efficiencies of operating the Asheville plant as much as possible.
Today, the state will start issuing ozone ground level pollution forecasts starting for tomorrow. And these forecasts, like code yellow, code green, let the public know what are the ozone pollution levels going to be for the following day.
We do forecasting for both ozone and fine particles. And for ozone, I would like to add that we do forecasting both for high elevation sites and for valley sites. So if you would like to know about Mount Mitchell, for example, or you're going to go hiking at a higher elevation, you can find out what the ozone forecast is for those areas the following day. And if you have any breathing difficulties, emphysema or thing like that, by checking the forecast you may be able to plan your day accordingly, that tomorrow's not so good, let's see, maybe the next day will be better air quality.
Air quality outreach is important to the older adult population because they're designated as a sensitive group to air pollution by the EPA. This means that they're particularly sensitive even on a lower level than other folks might be. There's a few simple steps they can take accessing the daily air quality forecast code. Just like you would check the weather, if you're going to have outdoor activities, go ahead and check the code the day before and see what it's going to be so you know what time or whether or not you should even go out. And then some other simple steps are just reducing the type of activity on a high air pollution day, walking instead of running, or exercising in the morning or the evening, and not even exercising, just gardening, being outside for a long period of time. You want to make sure you check the code so you know if you'll be affected that day.
One thing that the public can do that we're really emphasizing this year is reduce their idling in their vehicle. There's a lot of pollution being created by idling vehicles, and especially larger trucks. So if you're going to be idling for over 10 seconds, it pays to actually cut the engine off and go into the restaurant instead of sitting through a drive-through, for 5 minutes and emitting pollution. Or trucks that are making deliveries should cut off their engine as well. Especially at school when you're picking up kids, we don't need all those emissions in the presence of the young people.